Now, if the government wants to give money to homeless people, I think that's bullshit. I think that's a terrible way to fix the homeless problem. It would just incentivize more homelessness, because then people would say, well, I'll just stay homeless and sleep in a subway, and then I get my money at the bank every month. I think that's crazy. Here's how you fix the homeless problem. Here's what you do. Okay, you send a force of people throughout the streets of America's cities, and then you detain all the homeless people, right? You put the homeless people in trucks, nice trucks, then you drive them to camps, all right? And I'm not going where you think I'm going, okay? And in the camps, you train them on certain trades. You force them to learn trades. And I think that's the best policy. I think we should force them to learn trades. Force them to learn electricity, plumbing, whatever it is. And then that's it. That's it. And then you say, okay, you're going to be trained on etiquette, work etiquette. You're going to be trained on work ethic. You're going to be trained on whatever trade you choose to do. And then after so many months of training or years of training, then you're going to be an accomplice, not an accomplice. You're going to be basically a student of a high ranking of someone who's experienced in the trade that you trained in. So you're going to accompany an experienced plumber. He's going to take you to his work. He's going to train you in the trade, teach you in the trade. And then after so long of government surveillance, you'll be surveilled by the government. And then a counselor will review you and determine whether or not you are ready to work in society. And that's it. And then have them live in basically not military bases, but have them live in these compounds that are kind of built like military bases. And initially put like drill instructors to train them and to condition them and all these things and really break them. And if they're drug addicts, break the habit out. Break the habit. No more drugs. That's it. No more drugs. Force them into trade school, absolutely. And I think this will fix the problem. And we can make them into productive members of society. And that's it. Bam. And while they're working at their jobs, there will be someone there to watch them. The government official, some kind of a person who's trained in how to deal with physical confrontation. Have them there to watch them, to make sure that they're doing their job. They're not scaring the customer. They're not doing anything creepy. They're not doing drugs. And that's it. That's it. Done. And if they get out of line, they're going back to the camp. Or they're going, oh, you know what? Throw them in prison, because if you put them back in the camp, they'll say, well, I got a free house. So no, if you go out of line, you get thrown into prison. And that's it. You're done. Or if you've shown that you are insane, you get put into the asylum. And that's it. Done. Fix the problem. No more homeless people. No more homeless people. Kind of sounds like you are enslaving the homeless, except that it's not brutal slavery. No, I'm not enslaving them. I would be empowering them. Slavery is for them to be stuck in the streets and to be drug addicts. That's slavery. No, I would be empowering them. I would be saying, here's a skill, here's a trade that's going to make you money. It's going to make you feel accomplished. It's going to give you a sense of fulfillment. It's going to give you a sense of self-actualization. We would actually be helping them. What's not helping them is allowing them to remain in their mental prison and staying on the streets where they're terrifying everyone and where everyone hates them. People don't like homeless people. I hate to say this, but it's true. People don't like homeless people. They don't. You can be the biggest bleeding heart liberal in the world. Biggest bleeding heart liberal in the world, right? Oh, I'm a liberal. I vote Democrat. I have blue hair. I have a nose ring. I'm so progressive. I remember when I was in Mexico, I went to a construction site and I saw a guy with one arm and he was hammering nails at the construction site. That was his job. He had one arm and they're like, hey, you got one arm? You can hammer nails. And that was his job. He was the nail guy. Hammer this nail, Pacho, boom, 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 boom. And he was happy with getting his 50 pesos a day. We definitely need to tackle the homeless problem. Definitely, it's too much. And one thing I've noticed is that you could have people who are really liberal, and they could become right wing for particular topics, because they will have experienced something terrible by a homeless person, or they will have a terrible experience in a particular situation that pertains to a cause that they may have claimed to care about. So, for example, you have people who say, "Oh, I am for the cause of the homeless" or whatever, and then they get assaulted by a homeless guy, and then, well, now what? Then they change their view. A perfect example of this is Anna Kasparian. She was a hardcore liberal and all this crap, and then now she's saying, "Hey, there's too many homeless people around," because she got sexually assaulted by a homeless guy. I remember years ago I went to a Whole Foods, and there was this girl that I saw. She was an employee there, and she had a nose ring. I think she had purple hair or something, and just a total liberal. Not a total, but she looked like a liberal. And she asked me where I was from, and I said, "Oh, I'm from California." And she said, "Oh, what part?" And I said, "The Bay Area." "Oh," she says, "I was in San Francisco not too long ago." And I said, "Oh, what do you think of it?" She says, "San Francisco is okay. It's just that there's too many damn homeless people." And this is a girl who looks like she voted. You look at her, you think she votes Democrat. She says, "Just too many damn homeless people." So people can shift overnight to right-wing politics by having a bad experience. They have a bad experience with a homeless person. They have a bad experience in a crime-infested city. They get robbed. They get mugged. They get assaulted. And they say, "Screw this." And they'll vote for a Republican. People can switch overnight to right-wing politics. They can switch overnight to right-wing politics.